It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Austin Desperados and the New York Giants. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
Well, this will make it into the end zone, and this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25.
First down throw for Bradford. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Gain on the play brings up 3rd down.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will take this one in for a touchdown.
Austin.
A big play there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle around twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Four receivers in the formation here. 3 to the left, 1 to the right. 2nd and 3. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. And they will finally catch him, but not before he gets it to the 11. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. And this one is right through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
9-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal, so, hey, if your guys can do that for 4. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They go play action. Now Bradford. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions quote-unquote go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
At the 40-yard line.
This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And this is taken in at the 5. And that one results in 35 yards. They lulled them to sleep there, so to speak. That was all set up by the running game, wasn't it?
Another example of what all offensive coordinators tell us. When the running game's operating, it really opens up the playbook. And that's when they hit them with the play action. And you can see the defenders rushing towards the line of scrimmage, then scrambling back, trying to cover. Couldn't get there in time.
Well scripted. They had the big running play, now the big passing play. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make it 2nd and goal. Pressure right. His pass caught at the 4. And he will take it all in for a Giant touchdown.
For the extra point.
From 8 yards out. And the Giants have taken the lead.
His kick.
And he knocks it through.
makes the score Giants 10, Desperados 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
They'll take over first down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a two-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Here's a throw that's taken out of the backfield. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
To number 39.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Well, if you look where that play starts, O-line versus D-line, that was a battle won by the D-line.
Yeah, and oftentimes it's won by quickness off the ball. Who can handle the guy across from them best? On that play, the defensive line did exactly that.
10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports.
10, Desperados 7.
And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. Going to give this time to the tailback. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll move the chains.
And an Austin first down.
Bradford on first down. Lost it. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
The fumble on first down. Now here's 2nd down.
They'll try to throw now. Bradford is going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Third and long for Bradford. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday...
A 50-50 ball here, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reaction to those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
Completed to the right flat. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
Looking right sideline, that's complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down. On 1st and 10, Bradford. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Desperados.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Going to throw right side here, complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic, and people want to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. Off the play fake, Bradford. Able to catch it, but he's out of bounds. And the throw took him beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
2nd and long. He's going to float this one deep right side. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Past the 20. Touchdown, Giants. Play there, 81 yards. And the Giants strike quickly here for 6 points. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they bring.
Correct on both counts. All right, because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
They'll take over 1st down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker playmaker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a third and about 7 left. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. It's taken to the 26. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return, and it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
Fights him off. Now he's flushed out right. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And he will take it all in for a Giant touchdown. A big play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Giants add on to their lead. Make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17.
24, Desperados 7.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Final play of the half, Bradford. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be pulled down as a penalty flag will rein in as well, and that would appear to be a face mask. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
So after the penalty, we'll have one final untimed play here before halftime. A final shot before break. Bradford. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the ball is knocked out. So we've reached halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the Giants out in front. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are are set to receive this kick. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. 2nd and 1. In trouble, and he's taken down. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
So no problems moving the ball in the first half, but they'll likely come up empty here on drive 1 of quarter 3.
And it was so important for the defense to get that stop, because what we witnessed in the first half was them getting run over. And they needed the confidence, and they needed to get off the field, so they felt good going forward in this game.
34-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And, Charles, they trail by 3 scores. Look, they're not completely out of this, but it's sort of go time right now.
Yeah, and they knew that coming out after halftime, it was going to take a collective effort to get back into this ball game. The defense got the stop for them, so maybe that can get things started. Now the offense has to pick their game up as well. If they can put a score on the board, hey, they could get back in it in a hurry.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Bradford is going to fire one deep over the middle. And that's caught inside the 30. And touchdown. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And his guys are able to close that gap just a bit. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
On play action, they'll throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Escaping the pressure right. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. With a double team, it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 35-yard line.
sign guys like this. But he's been a real difference maker so far. That's now 2 interceptions for him in the game. And when you're getting contributions up and down your 53-man roster, you're going to be all right.
They'll start with a quick throw complete out to the right. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And this Giants defense getting off the ball quickly. They stop him behind the line again. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. They lost 2, and it brings up 4.
If these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
And this will do the job nicely, as that'll be out of bounds just inside the 10-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try to put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Taken down.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
11.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. Bradford. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Out of bounds.
Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. Well, earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now a handoff here to his running back. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1.
Now 4th down.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They'll try and run for it. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
Down, Austin.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
A 2nd down throw for Bradford. And he comes back with one complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20. From the gun, Bradford. And that one almost almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
Bradford to throw for it on 4. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The 4th down pass play doesn't work out. And the Giants are going to get the football back.
Result of the play is a turnover on down.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. He'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. He's got his man on the crossing route. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Giants on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he will have a Giants 1st down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows 1st down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And he shows himself free. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17.
31. Desperados 14.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
1st down and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave it a pass, taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a 1st down. It's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. From the shotgun, it's Bradford. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Bradford from the gun on 3rd down. He's going to loft one deep. That's caught inside the 20. And he's able to get this down deep on the Giants side of the field. It's a big play there on 3rd down. 47 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown.
Austin.
A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And his guys are able to cut into that deficit. And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
Makes the score Giants 31. Desperados 21.
So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
Ball carrier.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. That's out to the left, flat and complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now back to throw. Rolling to his right. He's got a 1st down or more inside the 30. And he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a 1st?
I'm seeing a lot of guys shaking their heads on defense right now, particularly in the secondary. And when you see that going on, that is never a good sign. But it's understandable. They've been shredded so far.
Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out.
And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. From 6 yards away. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. So the touchdown there, and that play, the
tap pass. So simple, Charles, on the face of it, but what makes it so difficult for defenses to stop?
I think it's the precision and the quickness in which the play occurs, because the snap gets to the quarterback. He's essentially playing volleyball with it, just immediately just shoveling it forward. And when that receiver's at a full head of steam, if you don't take the edge away, he's got a chance to get to the corner and get upfield. If you take the edge away, that's your chance to disrupt that play.
And no disruption there, that's for sure, as it winds up 6 points.
A first down throw for Bradford. Steps away. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth. They go play action here on first down. Sliding out of the pocket. He's going to, that's caught at the 25. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller,
and it's caught. Touchdown. A 24-yard touchdown. And his guys are able to close that gap just a bit.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team. But I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
And this carries into the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Take over 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
So look at this. They'll go for a field goal now to get within a score. This to get it back to a one-score game. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football.
Time to go to work. Let's go.
So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
The question, when you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for the Giants, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for our visitors, it's a bit of a setback as they drop to 6-4 now. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gautin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.